Without further ado, let's move on to the updates you've all been waiting for.
NGS Hot Information.
In this episode, we would like to share some information about the June updates. Let's start with a video.
A new teleport point while exploring Lucille. It leads outside of Lucille to what we believe may be some kind of resurgent arc space.
Thanks for coming. We were having a normal conversation with her when all of a sudden something changed. Out of the blue, she told us that she wanted the three of you here.
You have arrived.
What did you think? Let me go through the details with these slides. Let's start with this. Chapter 7 of the story will be released on June 5th. As Lucille's research progresses, a new area is unearthed. The area referred to as Nameless City is a concrete jungle of buildings built with technology much more advanced than Halpha. Then, the protagonists are summoned by Crawford and meet Faria, who seems a bit off. A new quest type, Nameless City Exploration, will be launched in Nameless City, which players first get a look at in the story. The objective is to explore this unknown new field until the end of the time limit, and to open as many special item chests placed on the field as possible to earn as many rewards as possible. The exploration points needed to open the chests can be earned by defeating enemies or by touching unlock signs scattered around the field. Trials with lots of unlock signs will also occur, so make full use of objects placed in the field to collect exploration points. However, the more exploration points you have, the lower your defense gets, and if you get incapacitated, your points get slashed in half. Be sure to balance your exploration points by opening chests to earn rewards. Many new enemies will appear in Nameless City, including powerful starless boss enemies such as Valvalon X with its massive axe, and the tiger-like Gratagull, so make sure to keep your exploration point balance in check. Limited time tasks and title tasks will also be added for this quest. Complete these tasks to get your hands on N Master Cubes, N Augment Transfer Pass Vouchers, as well as titles. In addition, this quest will feature the new 11-star rarity Eridim weapon series. The Eridim series can increase PP recovery amount and boost the Photon Blast gauge when attacking, in addition to a potential that increases the likelihood of critical hits. They will also always drop with 3 types of the new EX augments with unique effects. EX augments can be transferred to another weapon type by using augment transfer, which we will introduce next. Move around your augments and find your preferred augment setup for your playstyle. Beginning June 5th, 2 new functions will be added to the item lab that allow for the transfer of augments. First, all augment transfer will transfer all augments from a material equipment item by using an N augment transfer pass and meseta. Augments for weapons can be transferred from one weapon to another, and augments from armor can be transferred from one armor to another, regardless of series or weapon type. The condition is that the number of material slots of the material item must be the same or less than the number of slots for the base item. In addition, all augments will be moved to the base item after the transfer is completed, so the slots of the material equipment item will be left empty. Please note that it is not possible to select individual augments to be transferred. Please note that all augments of the material item will be overwritten onto the base item. So if the number of augments on the material item is less than on the base item, the total number of augments will be reduced. Next, with EX Augment Transfer, you can similarly transfer only the EX augments introduced earlier by consuming a transfer pass and meseta. These can be transferred when the base item and material item have the same number of EX augments. The EX augments of the material item used for transfer will be lost as they are transferred to the base item, and the EX augments originally on the base item will be overwritten and disappear. However, augments other than EX augments will remain for both base and material items. In addition, when using a material item like the Eridim weapons introduced earlier that have EX augments from when it was dropped, it is possible to transfer all augments or do an EX augment transfer to any weapon from any series without consuming the designated item. Although not mentioned in the slide, in conjunction with the addition of this feature, auto-sell drop items will be expanded to allow users to choose whether or not to automatically sell equipment with augments when they drop. In conjunction with this change, the specifications for selecting auto-sell items such as gold prim swords will also be changed, so that from now on, selected items will always be sold automatically, regardless of the rarity setting of the sell conditions or the newly added augment setting. Along with the addition of the new quests, the level cap for each class will also be increased to 90. Plus, the enhancement cap for all weapons and armor will increase to plus 90, and the number of augment slots increased to 7. In addition, the fighter class will receive balance adjustments, such as adjusting potency and increasing the movement performance of some actions. New class skills with major updates to effects will also be added. There will also be a Gear Up Your Class special campaign in conjunction with this update. Stay tuned for the latter half of the broadcast for more details on the campaign. In addition, a class-specific ARCS records will be held. This time, it will be for Fleeting Fight Rank 2 for the fighter class. Test your might with the renewed fighter. If you want to participate in ARCS records for other classes, head over to the North Alio board Stage 1 Field Race. Creative Space is getting a new Far Eastern theme featuring cherry blossoms and a sea of clouds. Please enjoy the new atmosphere by decorating the islands in the Sea of Clouds. In addition, the new Japona build parts series will be introduced. These build parts will allow you to construct Japanese-style buildings, so purchase them with your GP and create a variety of spaces with a historical feel. In addition, a special build part, the BP Link Teleporter, will be added. Register the number of the creative space you want to go to in a linked teleporter, and you can move directly to the registered space. With this build part, you could separate the inside and outside of a building into different spaces, or even use them as a portal to introduce recommended spaces to friends. You can also set them to an alliance space, so please use it extensively and creatively. Moreover, Genesis points will now be rewarded for completing the Creative Space limited time tasks. Utilize these points to renovate your own creative space or that of your alliance. We also have new features and elements on the way that will make things more convenient for you. First, we'll be adding a setting to the Vital Gauge designs that allows you to hide the HP-PP gauge. Use this setting to see more of the Vital Gauge design artwork. It does make it more difficult to keep track of your status, so it's recommended to have this gauge displayed if you're heading into combat. Note that this setting has no impact on the display of your party's members' HP-PP gauges, nor on how you appear to other party members. Next, the game will remember the last page you opened in item details. You can continuously refer back to the same page without having to find it again each time in the item list or prize list. This will be useful when checking items that have a preview on the second page, such as stamps, or when checking new scratch ticket prizes. In addition, items with expiration dates will be prioritized in the default sorting of the other category in the inventory. You can use this to make sure you remember to use items with expiration dates. Faria and Zafeto are being added to ARC's ID backdrops. They will be unlocked after earning a certain number of title points, so start snapping those up now. And, as requested, we will be further expanding the premium slots for looks. We're adding 20 new slots, meaning premium users can now have up to 50 looks. That's enough to put on your own fashion show. Next up is the new AC scratch ticket, Bridal Fantasia. Fantasy adventure wear and wedding dress motifs are walking down the aisle. The scratch count bonus features alternative versions of the Idol and Dash Airsoft EX motion change items included in the scratch ticket prizes. Starting June 12th, put on your running shoes and try out the new limited time quest, Special Training Sand Road Sprint, commemorating Sonic's birthday. Roll around at the speed of sound in the Retum region, grabbing the rings and Chaos Emeralds along the course to earn extra quest points. The more points you earn, the more you enhance your abilities. Reach maximum enhancement and take on the powerful enemies that await you at the end of the quest. New limited time tasks and title tasks will be added that can be accomplished by completing this quest. Don't miss your chance to get special scratch tickets and the title Shadow by accomplishing these tasks. Backed by popular demand, Sonic and Friends themed objects will appear in Central City this year too. Keep your eye out for the new Shadow objects. In addition, although not mentioned on the slide, we'll be giving away keyword gifts as part of the Sonic birthday campaign. Say the keyword in the in-game chat to get Star Gems, a Sonic Shoes-themed accessory, and more. The keywords will be announced at a later date on the official X account for PSO2. So if you're not yet following our official X account, now's the time to follow the account and check out our posts. There's something for everyone as we celebrate Sonic's birthday in a big way. The next ARC's records to be held during this period will be for the Trainia Narrow Cage Rank 2. Be on your guard and use your best class as you take on the progressively more powerful enemies. Creative Space will feature vintage-look items and log cabin-themed build parts that you'll recognize from PSO2 furnishings. These are sure to inspire some new builds. So buy these build parts with your SG and add some woodsy charm to your creative and alliance spaces. Next is the new AC scratch ticket, Stylish Avenue. This time, we've got denim, dresses, and cropped hoodies to spice up your look. Don't forget to check out the scratch count bonus for alternate idle and move versions of the Holding a Bouquet EX motion change item from the prize list. Those were the updates for early June.